Field here in the Soto district of Seattle. Tonight it's our first Monday night game of the new season, and we've got a good one coming up between the Denver Broncos and the Seattle Seahawks. The first of two here on a Monday night, the opener for these two teams as we're underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats, 79 Broncos.
From the 25 on second down, Smith, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Throwing on third down, Smith. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19. Probably should have opted for the touchback.
Let's go now.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14. There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He's probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. On second down, it's Walker. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
Mustang 19.
Smith now to throw. over the middle, complete. That's Goodwin. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 30. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Walker now at 1st and 10. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Cup 19, Cup 19, Buffalo 18.
From the red zone now, Smith. He completes this to Walker. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Trap 60, trap 60. 19, 5 years.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Smith toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready.
Throwing now is Geno. Open man is Eskridge. That's complete. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They wanted to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit of the first quarter. Now they are set up 1st and goal.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Here's Walker. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now Geno. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 19 right.
Out of the gun, Smith. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Josie Jewell. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Broncos are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that's a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity lost.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Wilson. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. Working with a 2nd and 3. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up. These fans here in Seattle getting the chance to see Russell Wilson play his first game for a franchise other than theirs. And Russell's 10 seasons in a Seahawk uniform. He went 104, 53-1 in the regular season. Threw for over 37,000 yards, almost 300 touchdowns. A Pro Bowler 9 of his 10 seasons with the Seahawks. And, of course, led them to victory over, ironically, the Denver Broncos in Super Bowl 48. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is fielded at the 7. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Back in 60.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Smith. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
79 Broncos.
Geno now to throw. And that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We got to cut them a little.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams in some packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
And he is going to lose yardage here. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with second down coming up. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Repeated the last play, finding Walker. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they may be content to take this 7-0 lead into the locker room. We'll see. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we reach halftime here in our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports Halftime Report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the 36, Wilson. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Previously the understudy to Noah Fant, Albert Okwuegbunam finally gets a shot at the starting job in his 3rd season in the NFL. Plenty of us remember 4.49 40-yard dash in the 2020 Combine, so we know he's an athlete and can really stretch the field.
And this is going to be intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard, need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10.
Nineteen tight. Mustang 19.
Now Smith. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there at 22.
Cup 19.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if you're back up.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And now here is another interception. So that, Charles, maybe the play that this defense has been looking for.
They've hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something, because we're into the 3rd quarter, and a 0 is still glowing on the scoreboard.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, Walker. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Smith. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Sidney Jones. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him.
And my goodness, another interception. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. So that changed. So you get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Flying in to pick up that sack, Jordan Brooks.
But certainly going to be a lot tougher adding a touchdown to that lead now since they're facing 2nd and 20+. Big-time sack to start the drive and put the opponent way back. Let's see what kind of play call they come up with here.
And now here's another interception. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Smith. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Smith on 3rd down. Walker hit and the ball is out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, or they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
18, Pioneer!
On 1st down, it's Smith. An out route, and he's got the connection to Walker. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Now Smith. And Walker has it. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
18 Cardinals.
Play action. It's Smith. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Smith. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The Seahawks on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Smith now to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The drive starts with a completion left side. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Albert Okwuegbunam, the intended target. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Wilson will throw again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Throwing is Wilson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions up. He's got a man complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
In a spot where most offenses would just be trying to get to the finish line and close this game out, they're still looking for points here in the final minute of this game. I think bonuses could be gained and attained with maybe more points.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Well, partner, that'll do it. These week 1 primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation. A fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.
And, partner, I love the word you just used there, electricity. Things were crackling out there, weren't they? And let's face it, both of these teams came in with the idea, get off to the start. Get off to a 1-0 start and get your season going. That could spark an excellent season for them. They've got that in their pocket now.
So for Denver, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers.